What's going on? How y'all doing? This video gonna be about Steph Curry wearing the shoes created by the Bruce Lee Foundation to support the Asian community. And let me tell you something, that is a strong statement for a lot of us. And I can say on this, Bruce Lee always represented. And if he came before our time or weren't quite up to where he was, the movies, but what he represented. You know, he has the greatest quote for me. Always be water. I love water. I live by water. That's one of the greatest quotes ever for me. And Bruce Lee was spiritually in tune. He fought discrimination and racism. He had his own community backlash against him because he was teaching martial arts to non-Asians in the community. And he did things by his own beat, his own heart, his own drum. And that's to be remembered. And every chance I get to either read his philosophy or his takes, I have done through the years. And I've always held Bruce Lee in high regard. A very spiritually grounded man. Very much in tune. And some people forget about what he went through being here in his life and his journey. And all the things. Had haters in, around, and the side. And if you don't know, not only would I remember the movie with Jason Scott Lee, but Enter Dragon and his other movies, but read his books. You really get the real Bruce Lee through his books and what he went through. But anyway, Steph Curry, the greatest NBA shooter I've ever seen, one of the most important players ever. A guy that made everybody dream that you could play the game, shooting threes from half court, change the game. The man is a walking, sometimes you might not live to see somebody do something and think you've seen it all. This guy showed possibilities. However, what he's doing with acknowledging Bruce Lee for the foundation with the shoes is taking it to a whole nother level. He is letting his actions speak louder. He's a very conscious man. A lot of people forget Steph Curry is a proud black man. He's spoken out on issues. And he hasn't had to drive a lot of attention. He just let his work do the talking. So I think that this is a very strong statement. Well, the shoes tie into the Bruce Lee Foundation. And I would recommend that if you wanted to learn more about it, read up on it. If you're not familiar with Bruce Lee, read up on him and understand what is going on. Because nothing says more inclusion than to acknowledge somebody who was an athlete and a spiritual-minded person who broke a lot of barriers in his own day and time. In Hollywood, in sports, and in life. And I think that is a strong connection. Please give me your thoughts and takes about Steph Curry's shoes, which will go towards the Bruce Lee Foundation and acknowledging the Asian community. I welcome thoughts and comments. Please hit the like to subscribe. I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for one another. And it's always important to see people through different journeys because you never know what eyes are watching.